Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got some Domination gameplay for you from Call of Duty World War II, and I wanted to talk about how the mode played. Now for FTC disclosures, Activision did get me a hotel for the event, and they did let me capture. Now that that's out of the way, in short, Domination plays well. It's not a complicated mode, it's not that hard to perfect, so it doesn't really surprise me that Sledgehammer did it well, but I'm glad that they did do it well. The map that we played had spawns that directly faced each other, so as soon as you spawned, you could take about 3 steps, look over the ridge, and immediately be shooting the enemy team, but the enemy team could also be shooting you. On both of these spawns, in both of these areas, there were mounted machine gun turrets that directly faced each other, so essentially when you spawned, you had a choice to go left flank, right flank, or literally dead ahead right into the enemies if you took just a few steps up the hill. There were lots of people that had deaths right off the rip. A lot of us ran into the machine guns, some of us sniped, especially on the second round. We got kind of crazy. We had MGs and snipers all over the place. And B flag is actually positioned way to the side of these, so the map is kind of oblong shaped, with 2 of the spawns being close together and the B flag being way over on the other side. B flag was positioned, it was what I assumed to be a blown up castle or some very old European building that got taken out during the war, because it was mostly ruins and rubble. B flag is a very clustery area with lots of kind of chaos and rubble and things to hide behind. Symmetrical, mind you, but still a very busy type of symmetrical. And it's the only area on the map that had any true elevation. There's a few little like slight hills and maybe like a creek you can duck down into very briefly, but the map was overall pretty flat, except B flag was up at the top of a busted double staircase with a little bit of cover around it, but that still makes it kind of a hard area to hold because everybody can see you, but you do have elevation on them. Outside of B, the map has pretty clearly defined lanes and crossing paths. You have your 3 lanes, left, right, and middle, and a few little paths across, which is pretty standard map design for Call of Duty. Well, that the lanes would be, this map is actually a little bit oddly designed, with it being oblong shaped and 2 being close together and 1 being on the side. And normally that's something I would complain about. Normally that would be a map that just doesn't quite work, but it actually played really well now that I think about it. I mean, I've had a day to kind of collect my senses and go over things, and I can't say that I didn't have fun in Domination, because that wouldn't be true, and I can't say that the map had any problems with it, because that wouldn't be true. It actually worked pretty damn good, and on top of that, the spawns were surprisingly good too. Typically, Domination, Hardpoint, any of the objective modes is where you start running into really bad spawns, because you have teammates trying to run behind the flags and kill people as they spawn and kind of rack up their score for score streaks. You have spawn flipping when you flip the flags, and the maps not always have the best objective points on them. But now that I think of it, I was actually making this video and I was writing down the things that a map should have to be good, or a game mode, and I was like, oh, spawns, and I was thinking, it's like, I don't remember a bad spawn. I don't remember an out-of-place spawn. I don't remember an insta-death spawn. I don't remember any crappy spawns, or really even those that were that unpredictable, which is kind of unusual for such an early alpha. Usually they have pretty crapola spawns, but this time the spawns were pretty much on top of things. I mean, they worked, even with all the YouTubers rushing around the map with Pomage trying to get sniper feeds and other people trying to get kills on objectives and kind of point horn, point flip to get score streaks and doing all the crazy stuff that we do in Domination. It actually worked out just fine, and there were no issues with the spawns. So I think that's a good thing, like seriously a good thing. I can't remember the last time I played an alpha that had spawns with no bad spawns. Anyway, there were of course a lot more score streaks in Dom. That's to be expected. Coming in from Team Deathmatch, it felt like a lot of gun-on-gun play in Dom, and got killed by some streaks a bit, which was a little bit annoying. But when you jack your points up, you're going to get more streaks, and that's one of the reasons that people play objective modes anyway, is to get the streaks faster. The size of the objective points, their placement, believe it or not, how long it takes to capture, and the overall HUD felt pretty logical. It's kind of old World War II themed. It's not the new one with the circles that kind of complete or flashing or anything. It's very much so 50s style, which is a little bit off-putting for me, but it definitely makes sense in context of the game, and it's by no means a bad thing. The HUD's not annoying or really in your way or anything. And oddly enough, when we were playing, there was no grenade spam for some reason. Maybe it's because YouTubers were more interested in the guns, maybe because we didn't know what we were doing, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just the balance of the thing, but we weren't really grenade spamming in Domination, which was kind of rare. And overall, my opinion of Domination is that it was solid, simple, and good old Domination. They didn't reinvent the wheel. They didn't do anything that crazy. The map was a little bit designed oddly, but it still played well. There was nothing really like amazing, out of control about Domination other than it just kind of worked and didn't really have any problems. So I think that's a good thing, and I'd like to see more modes like that moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and roll the rest of my Domination gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you learned something from the raw gameplay as well. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.
They're capturing Able! Recon airborne! They're taking Able! Azon bomb ready. Charlie locked down. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Azon bomb mission underway. They're capturing base. Closing with 8. Throwing fire! I got him! They're taking Baker! Recon aloft. We have eyes in the sky. They're capturing Baker! Fight up! They're taking Baker! They're capturing Able! They're taking Able! We lost A! Enemy recon aircraft observed!
Tossing grenade!
They're taking Baker! Enemy contact at Charlie.
Need ammo!
Charlie is lost.
Yo, I need ammo!
Closing with Able. They're taking Baker. All positions in enemy hands. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Closing with Charlie. Capturing Charlie. Covering fire. Enemy care package observed. Stop their resupply. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Closing with Baker. Capturing Charlie. Enemy flamethrower in the field. Ah! some good men today.